Hey y'all, I put some videos together showing Prim's first 3 rides that I wanted to share with you and show her progress. So this was day 1 of working with her. We started with some groundwork and lunging and getting the saddle on, and nothing was freaking her out, so I decided to just go for it and get on her. Now this video was after I had done some slow work with slowly getting on like this for a while, and then I finally decided to put my second leg over, and she handled it like a pro. And the first thing I like to do when I first get on is flex their head around so that they're paying attention and realize that I'm up on their back. And then from there I started trying to get her to move forward. And as soon as they take just even one step, I like to praise them because they don't know what's going on. But once she did a couple small, slow walking circles, I tried to ask for some more movement and get her to trot. I start with vocal cues and then my legs and then slapping my leg as you saw. And then if she still wouldn't move, using the end of my line to make her go. But as you could see, I got her to trot and lope around both directions, which was the goal. I didn't ask for too much, but just enough to know that she did it and understood what was going on and wasn't freaking out about me being on her while doing this. So after we walked, trotted, loped both directions, I just stopped her, which she did really great. And then I was just working on turning her around, and she honestly almost pivoted. So that was a really great first day. Now here is the second day. I got on her a lot quicker this time, but still just taking things nice and easy so that she can really register everything that's going on without freaking out about it. So she did great with that, and again, flexing her head to the side and then moving forward, which she did a lot easier on the second day, which you can expect because she is learning. So I wanted to include her walking by the camera just to show how pretty she is. And then we did some trotting and some loping again, which you'll see coming up here. And I just like to do lots of movement in both directions just because keeping it equal on both sides is good. And then here was when I was stopping her, and it still took some time, but I mean, for a second ride, I thought that was a pretty good stop. She immediately slowed down when I said whoa, and it didn't take long for her to go from a trot to a stop. And then to switch directions with the halter, I just have to throw it over the front of their head, which she didn't mind one bit, and we switched directions great. So I let her walk around again, and then we moved up into a trot, and then from there into a lope to just move through all of those gates. And as you can see here, she was a little bit lazy, so I had to kind of keep her moving, and she just wanted to stop by the camera. So she likes to be a little model, but it's all good and fun. So finally got her to lope some more. And on the second ride, I really wanted her to show me some more movement since she was acting quite lazy. So I just kind of went back both directions and made her move some more for me and did a little bit more steering and just kind of asked her for more since she was already handling everything really well, and I figured that she'd be able to handle it. So as you can see, that is her moving from a trot to a lope, and she was doing really nice. She's super smooth and nice and easy to ride. And again, here was a stop that I asked for her, and again, super nice for only the second ride. So here we go in the opposite direction again. Beautiful mover, super nice to ride in, and then that stop was absolutely amazing for a second ride, so I couldn't be more proud of her. And again, I asked her for some pivot steps, and she, isn't perfect, but did really well. And she even let me tie the end of the rope on so that I could ask her to back up, which she did that as well. So she's a pretty tough, smart little cookie. So then on this third ride, which is the last one I've included in this video, we went through all the same steps that I didn't show, but she went through it a lot faster and did well. You could see a stop there in that video and back up, and now we're going to switch directions. I also chose to ride her in a Hackamore Bozel Mech 8 Rein combination, just so I could ask her to back up and do steering a little bit easier, and she handled it really well, so I was really happy with that. I'm trying to slowly ease her into a bit and teach her as much as I can before we add that in, just because it can be a lot for horses to get used to. So as you can see in these clips, her pivoting is getting a lot better, and after I got her to move around a lot both directions, I started to ask for more steering. So She is quite lazy, and I do have to use the end of that lead there to get her moving, but I tried to just go back and forth each direction and switch the side that the end of the lead was on to get her to go forward as I switched her directions to kind of help her along with that as well. And through that process, she actually wanted to move more, so I was able to get her to lope both directions without using the end of my lead, which was a big improvement for her laziness. And we worked on some stopping as well with the steering. So here you'll see another stop. And I just said whoa and kind of waited for her to stop instead of doing the one-hand steering right away, and she really caught on to it well. So I think this is going to be a really nice horse and one you're going to want to keep watching. Now that stop I was super happy with. I mean, 3 rides and that's how she's stopping. I just couldn't believe it. So that's what I have for updates on her progress so far. Just giving her some loving for everything. But this is going to be a really nice horse, and I hope y'all will follow along with her journey and see what she turns into, because it's going to be really great.